YouTube and Patreon. What's happening, man? If you are new, please don't forget to subscribe. Full videos. We rocking out on the Patreon, all right? Found myself to never have watched in entirety Inception. It's one of Christopher Nolan's standout films. There's a lot of things that people reference to him. So I'm excited to see what this movie is really about. And I'm sure there's plenty of elements that I'm going to be enthralled with as I check it out. So let's sub up, man. Y'all go subtitles, I'm going subtitles. I gotta throw the subtitles on, chat. So off rip, I can only tell like the audio elements that we're gonna get from this are, you know, big time. I'm catching this in headphones, so it's really nice to hear. This is gonna be really telling. I heard the splash of the waves, I heard the big drums. This captivated me, it drew me in really quickly. And we raw and uncut on the Patreon. It's just more yapping. This is DiCaprio? Okay. Yeah, that glick on him. Dude, showing up to likely enemy territory with just a blick on you? If off him. I don't really know what Inception is about. I'm sure it has some dude with like the state of the mind or something like that. Is he eating oatmeal? It's just rice.
Are you here to kill me?
So asking somebody this, yo, and he just willingly accepted the rice? Bro, you got washed up on could possibly be enemy territory, bro. You might not even know where you are. He woke up delirious, like the guys have stated, and you was accepting anything they give you food-wise, and they found that glick on you? Spinner. Beyblade. This makeup is legitimately somebody. Yo, you know what that Loki look like? I lost his name, just like that. I can't even remember on top of my head what movies. Oh my gosh. First of all, is this dude grubbing? Look at his chin, bro. Flashback. Okay, so that was them, all at the table.
Your conscious defenses are lowered. Your thoughts, vulnerable theft. It's called extraction.
Can train your subconscious.
I'm gonna let this play, but at this point, are they possibly alluding to some type of mechanism in which his thoughts are broached in the middle of his like sleep? Like people finding his passwords or military plans or something like that? Or are we literally saying that, you know, if he was to fall victim to somebody in the midst of a conversation, that they'd be able to get down to secrets?
To know what's in that safe.
You literally just told me that you were somebody who was a skilled extractor. You can steal all my secrets. Why would you tell me to then let you in? Under the premise of what? You having the ability to control these thoughts after the fact?
The information is in the safe. You looked right at it when I mentioned secrets.
So that's what I'm saying. He has to be somebody who's able to extract thoughts or private information in the midst of a conversation. So Sato's got to be some rich dude, or he controls some type of military operation or something similar. And they're trying to extract secrets from him to get the bunyan power. There's always a woman.
Would I survive?
Hey, this girl from she was in Batman, right? She was Rachel Dawes, right? All right. No, like his people, man. And what are you talking about, girl? You just reckless? If you jump, you jump. If you don't survive, you don't survive. How high are they? I ain't gonna lie. If this is that building that we saw in the first opening shot, not going to lie to you, you will not survive. It's very likely you'll hit some rocks on the way down.
Clean dive, perhaps.
I thought you might be missing me.
What? No.
Trust you anymore.
Trust is integral.
So what?
What do you mean?
Actually, the subject is.
She got an hourglass on her. Oh my gosh. That's a dangerous woman right there. And women that walk in like slow motion, it's not like she was in a hurry to get to him. She kind of like wanted to strut and sway. Yeah, she's dangerous. I pay attention, bro.
Do the children miss me?
Hey, yo. No! This is the one that played Talia. He's got a fake.
The gun, Dom.
She snitched? That was his fault. I can't even get mad at him. You sat there and said that you couldn't trust this woman, yet you still decided to put your trust in her literally less than 5 minutes later. After she asked you a couple sweet nothings. I told you this woman was dangerous. I could see it in the sway in her walk. I could see how eager she was to get from point A to point B. You saw how easily she snuck out of that chair?
Please.
So you came back from the past.
Though we are actually asleep.
Shoot, wait a minute.
Killing him will just wake him up. But pain is in the mind.
I'm interested now. Swapped it with the fake. Where are they at though in reality though? Okay, so now I'm piecing it all together. So the scene we saw earlier where they're inside the house, where bro just opened up the briefcase, that's in present time. The scene that we saw in the opening is gotta be the future. Or possibly, maybe it's actually another dream.
This isn't gonna work. Wake him up.
Really happened. So they kidnapped him in real life. But if they took the secrets in the dream, then in reality they don't really have the secrets then.
Not even my head of security knows this apartment.
Looks like so far what we've been introduced to is the women ain't up to no good.
Question is, why'd you let us in at all?
An audition. You failed. Your deception was obvious.
There ain't another dream. I'm good.
Tell us what you know now!
Who knows?
Right now, a line on polyester. I'm still dreaming.
How do you mess up the carpet?
Have it under control.
I'd hate to see you out of control.
So I wonder how they get to the point. Okay, they're probably gonna explain it.
Every man for himself.
Even the pacing music is, you know, like Nolan-esque.
Hey,
Do the kids really exist?
When are you coming home, Dad?
I can't. Put Grandma on the phone for me, will you?
Nah. This movie was like 2000. You can't put no phone on speaker back then. No, I'm lying. You did have house phones you put on speaker.
Mommy, still?
Dang, that's true. She did turn on them. But in a dream, though. Which means that she actually exists. So, people can be in dreams, yet not actually exist in real life. Because they were interacting with security guards, which I would assume just had to be figments of the imagination in the dream. But the people that were talking seems to be people that were actually existed in the dream. But we had people that were talking in the dream that didn't really seem to be hooked up. Because we only saw NATO was the only person that was hooked up. And these guys. You know what I mean? Like, if people are deceased, can they, you know, exist in the dream?
Mommy's not here anymore.
Hey, are you okay?
It's time we disappear.
Where you gonna go?
Buenos Aires.
And they're just getting into airplanes and aircrafts, even though you know that at this point you were sent on a dangerous job in order to retrieve one thing, and the one thing you were supposed to retrieve did not get retrieved. And they probably know at this point that you were supposed to have gotten that stuff 2 hours ago, and there's been no contact. Yeah, alright.
He saw the art.
Dude, everybody's a
So
snake.
I offer you.
What the F? Why is it raining on his side, but on their side it's not? Am I tripping? Yeah, they're like literally dry. This little fade.
Inception. Is it possible?
The subject's mind can always trace the genesis of the idea.
Are you offering me a choice?
Wait, time out. My boy was in Dark Knight, right?
How
Right
would
here.
you like to go home?
Can't fix that. No idea is simple.
My main competitor is an old man in poor health.
I need a guarantee.
Look, I know how much you want to go home.
Betty.
Never did like your office.
Dude. All these guys got reprised roles in the Dark Knight series. Shout out to Nolan, bro. They really rock with him, bro. Actors stay connected to this dude, man. He shot it similarly too, though. Like in terms of the cinematography, I can tell it's pretty similar.
Who I believe can fix my charges permanently, but I need your help.
You're here to corrupt one of my brightest and best.
It couldn't exist in the real world.
You want me to let someone else follow you.
They just design the levels and
Design it yourself.
Ma won't let me.
Mr. Cobb has a job offer he'd like to discuss with you.
Juno.
It's not legal.
Yo, that's how you know them college kids struggling. Dude came straight off the rip and said, I ain't gonna lie, this job is probably not, it's not legal. It is illegal. You will probably end up in handcuffs. You're breaking the law when you do this job. But all she heard was job. And she said, all right, well, if we can make things happen, I'm up for it.
Stop. Again. Stop. You're gonna have to do better than that. That's what I like it.
This is what he's putting his trust in?
When we're asleep, our mind can do almost anything. You create the world of the dream. They feel real while
I was
we're
about to say.
right. So
I'm like, when we're talking about the carpet thing, like there's been plenty of scenarios where I'm like in a dream and let's say I'm in my bedroom. And when I wake up, I'm like, that didn't even look like my bedroom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say my bedroom has black walls. In the dream, I might have like purple walls. And it was like, but at the time, you feel like it's reality. That's an interesting point.
you never really remember the beginning of a dream, do you? So how did we end up here?
Leo,
Think about it, Ariadne. Where are you right now?
we're dreaming.
It's never just a dream, is it?
5 minutes in the real world gives you an hour in the dream.
My question is, what happens when you start messing with the physics of it all?
Collapsing on itself?
Why are they all looking at me?
Someone else is creating this world. The more you
Uh-oh.
change,
They gonna attack her?
Jeez.
Remember, I can't control it. I know this bridge. Never recreate places from your memory.
Is that why you need me to build your dream?
Back up.
Oh, snap.
Wake me up! He's a real charmer. She's his wife. Cobb has some serious problems that he's tried to bury down there.
What? Y'all looking at me? Get your snacks. Dude, everybody rock with Nolan, bro.
spelling hasn't improved.
Piss off.
How's your handwriting?
It's versatile.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Inception. Now, before you bother telling me it's impossible.
No, it's perfectly possible. It's just bloody difficult.
Where they at? Like, what language is that newspaper? Violetta, Mobster Palace with a guest house. Also, what if the people around them start listening to their conversations and be like, what are they talking about?
Have you done it before? The heir of a major corporation to dissolve his father's empire.
It's really at the mercy of your subject's prejudice.
What if they reject the premises there? Like, what if the subject's there and they're like, you know what? Like, something that complex. Like, you would have to go through a lot of layers. Like, he would have to reject his family. He had to reject the business. He had to reject the business principles, the ideology, maybe the economic benefits that they could see. Anything like that. He would have to literally destroy so much. He would have to also not care about his own future. Or care about his own future in a way that's completely antithetical to maybe his own personal beliefs. Like, maybe up until this point, he's been groomed to be the heir to $1 billion or whatever, you know, kind of business. So I don't know. That's complex.
Why don't you take me there? Price on my head. Was that dead or alive?
Freddie Simmons. My
Oh my gosh.
No, it isn't.
You're not dreaming now.
Oh, damn. I'm always trying to run a heist in a suit. One white guy. He's gonna stand out. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hey, yo, they don't care about anybody. The problem is, though, they're shooting like gangsters. They're doing this joint, doing this joint. I'm saying, aim that joint, bruh. Oh my God.
What kind of tricks?
Like the Penrose steps, the infinite staircase.
His ex-wife? They're still together?
She died.
She's dead.
What's going on for real? Because why are children asking about her? Maybe that's why grandma don't want to talk about it. Is that like an illegitimate wife? The illegitimate kids? Side note, has Leo played anybody other than Leo? Like his characters are relatively similar. Like they all like, in some sense, are like in a quest or in a thirst for something. Let me know if I'm tripping right now.
Why do they do it?
So there's like a cult. There's like groups of people that do this. Or maybe they're test subjects.
You know how to find me.
What's your problem with this, Mr. Fisher?
Dude, everybody rock with... Yo, I see it. I get it now. I understand it. I understand it now.
This idea will define him. It may come to...
And that's a good point too. There has to be some long-lasting effects of this, because if he's willing enough to have an idea that would destroy him being an heir to a conglomerate, which would effectively destroy his family legacy, if this thought is enough to him to go against his moral system or maybe his mindset or the things that he's possibly been groomed to do at this big age, couldn't that have other effects that branch off into other realms where he could possibly become a completely different version of himself? You know what I mean?
To change everything about it.
And this is all over some money.
That you said as I am.
Twin is tweaking.
I put it beside his bed. He hasn't even noticed.
Could we be cooking up something? Could at this point that be a little Easter egg? His son is supposed to be someone that he would hold close to him. Maybe whatever he's going through medically, this is only an entailment of that, where he's starting to forget, you know, those near and dear to him. Or could have been tampered with.
Was it your idea?
This one was hers.
Arthur told me she passed away.
How are the mazes coming along?
Bros just didn't even
Each
want to
level
engage
relates
with
to
that.
the...
Only the dreamer should know the layout. I need to get home.
Why can't you go home?
Because they think I killed her. You.
Now I get it. I get it now.
Not asking whether I did.
Good night.
Maths was never my strong suit.
It's a week, the first level down. 6 months, the second level down. And
Wait, so how long would this dream be? Let's do the math. In 1 second, chat. So if my math is correct, it should be like a 30-day dream.
What's a kick?
that feeling of falling, you get the jolts, you wake it.
Oh, yeah.
Snaps you.
But you'd have to buy out the entire cabin and the first class flight attendant.
I bought the airline.
This brother is not playing around. This is a lot of work. Look, what I mean, if you're talking about being the top, business in the space, I'm not gonna understand you save or trying to spare no expense. This is a big deal. So, when she did this, did she just join his dream? What just happened there? I already feel like she's going into these dreams in order to catch him with his wife.
You know how to find me.
Look at that. Yo, am I tripping right now? Why is she rubbing him like that?
It's the only way I can still dream.
Shorty, you already here, knowing that we're doing some illegal stuff. You're already putting your own collegiate career at risk. You're supposed to be here to follow our instructions, go when we say go. Now, you already came down here jumping in the middle of my memories when you were already advised to not do so. And then you jump into this thing that you can just push buttons wherever you want to go. Unfortunately, baby, that is not how this works.
There's on James.
Oh, I'm trying to see what them dollar signs talking about.
They run away.
Why did she do that?
What are you doing here?
Oh no. What if bro don't exist? Now that would be some crazy stuff.
What is this place?
Oh. He trapped her down there. Maybe this is an effort to protect her, or maybe to possibly preserve the memory he had of her. I'm interested to see what does this mean? What does this entail? It's exciting. Maybe she's an experiment.
Must have dropped it. Oh, water, please. You wouldn't happen to be related to the Maurice Fisher, would you?
He was my father.
May you rest in peace, huh?
No fan out here. That's something I wanted to know too. Does the dream just drop you off anywhere?
A bit too much free champagne before takeoff, eh, Yusuf? Hey, man, walk away.
Hey, yo. Man, this is calculated.
What are you doing? Can you pull over, get this?
You remember the guy was with him on the plane? I don't know, he just moved kind of reckless to me.
Why would you put a train crossing in the middle of a downtown intersection? Why the hell were we ambushed? His subconscious is militarized.
What?
It's shown in the research. He's dying, for God's sake. Don't do that. It won't wake him up.
We're too heavily sedated to wake up that way.
Drop in a limbo. Raw, infinite subconscious. Nothing is down there.
I'm insured against kidnapping for up to 10 million. Very simple.
Shut up.
I don't know any safe.
That's what it is.
I know.
One out.
You were the only one to be able to open it.
We didn't have very many meaningful experiences together.
And you should know that.
And we'll be unwed together again.
Or it'd be the end of the entire empire as we know it.
Time out. He set the train. So he double crossing everybody.
Lost sight of what was real. We built the world for ourselves, our own world. Something like 50 years. Limbo became her reality.
What happened when you woke up?
I knew something was wrong with her. Possessed by an idea that our world wasn't real, that she needed to wake up. We had to kill ourselves.
Sweetheart, what are you doing?
We've talked enough. Come out onto the ledge or I'll jump right now. I filed a letter explaining how I'm fearful for my safety.
What?
How you threatened to kill me.
Why did you do this?
We're going home. You're waiting for a train. Train that will take you far away.
Oh, look at me! Look at me! Jesus Christ!
Dang.
Had her.
The first 6 numbers that come to your head right now. I said right now!
528491. That boy's relationship with his father is even worse than we imagined.
Faster.
First of all, I just realized the aspect ratio that it's shot in. You don't see too many of these movies nowadays shot like this. So shout out to Nolan.
You ready?
Pleasure to see you again, Rod Green from marketing.
And why don't you approve?
Because it involves telling the Mark that he's dreaming.
She love them rich dudes.
You're gonna be back here.
Who did you say you were?
I'm the head of your security down here.
Oh, the water.
Feel that?
Wait, give me a kiss. Yeah, it's worth a shot. We should probably get out of here.
Huh.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
If you want my help, you have to remain calm. I believe they have you sedated. You may not wake up.
I can't lie, I'm intrigued.
God, why is it so hard to remember?
He's literally telling him what he's doing. I'm also a little bit confused about the scenario that's going on with his wife. So did his wife and he end up in a situation where they had to go to that subconscious portion of the mind, or that portion of the mind where they can no longer operate? Are they in that nothingness state and they were able to get out of that, or were they almost in that nothingness state? Because they were down there, he said, for like 50 years. There's too many signs here that kind of point to a piece of his memories. Or are we starting to see his memories or his subconscious emerging? Yeah, they have a lot of trust in this dude as a driver. He's been holding it down. Bro, it never just rains in a movie. Oh my gosh. Yo, I really like the physics of that scene. I ain't even gonna like, dude, for what this is, especially from what the time it is, bro, like immaculate. Time that they took in regards to special effects. A lot of this stuff doesn't even look too outdated, bro. This movie's old too, if I'm not mistaken. This is fire, dude. Care they put into these camera shots, as well as the set. Like I said, they were running in like angles and stuff like that. That was interesting. I like that. Practically being able to be done in the set is fire. I ain't gonna lie, y'all get the real too on Patreon. You'll see how I battle through these words real time. YouTube's gonna get the nice and pretty version. Look at this dude feeling good about himself. That's fire. Bridge is about to go up. Oh shoot, the stairs. The labyrinth. The water will wake them all up though.
There's someone else in there.
No, she is not real.
Scientific can hold the guards. I thought I set the charges.
Saito will never make it, will he?
Nolan knows how to do though. He'll pad some red time. I will tell you that. They just shooting at both of them.
Or do you think he's as lost as I was?
What's real, Mo?
Chased around the globe by anonymous corporation. The weather projections persecute the...
So this can go two ways. Either no one is after him, and this has all been a ruse in his head, or he's still dreaming. And she's still dreaming. Even though she is still dreaming, but she's dreaming inside of a dream. She's not really a college student. The people are supposed to be on his team and they keep taking him out. Yo, they just shooting. Anybody that's moving is getting got. They're not even attempting to go for the right people. Yo, this Farmer Tan is crazy. Anyways, they're not even attempting to go for the right people. The dude that was persecuting him. Am I reaching, or can we make this connection to like that heaven and hell? Like she deep into the subconscious. If you get deep into the subconscious, it's like the depths of hell, when everything in there seems like a reality, or it could seem like it could be a more pleasurable experience to you, but in reality, it's not actually what's beneficial for you. And what you should be doing is trying to look for ascension.
James? Philippa?
Those aren't my children.
What if I'm what's real?
The idea that caused you to question your reality came from me.
You planted the idea.
Yeah. You didn't think about this the whole time?
The reason I knew Inception was possible.
Because he did it to her.
I did it to her first.
I thought that was obvious. I thought that was like something that we all knew. That was the whole reason that he brought her into this. I mean, I guess Shorty wasn't paying attention to the story. I mean, you thought it was supposed to be some fun thing that him and his wife were going on vacation or something like that while the kids were at home. Nah. I mean, if you look at this dude's character over the entirety of this movie, this is exactly who you would perceive him to be. Somebody who's just going to be looking for the people around him to be a purpose. They're going to be a part of his purpose. They're going to be pawns in his puzzle. Pawns in his master plan. He was looking to grow this idea, and he didn't care by any means who he had to bring into it. So if it had to be his wife, oh yeah, let's set up an opportunity for us to travel and do this cool thing where we're dreaming and it's like we're with each other for eternity, but in reality it's just 5 minutes. And while the kids are sleeping. When they were talking about how, oh bro, you had been through Inception before, or you had been through this process before, or you had at least been down into the subconscious mind before. I thought that had to do all with his wife.
I did it to my own wife.
He did it to his friends too. That's what I was thinking about. I was about to say, if you're planting some of these thought processes in someone's mind in order to get them to deviate from things that they, but a lot of ideas come to you because of patterns, because of your environment, because of things that you've seen in your past that would have led you to then make a certain decision. If, at the very least, you're going against everything that would have caused you to make this decision, to then randomly this decision, because of this idea that was implanted into them, it would have to have like everlasting effects. You can't just go against every fiber of your being in order to make a decision and then act like everything's going to be okay.
You can still keep your promise.
He put this idea in her head to get her to leave this world, but she ended up back in the world because she continues to be a figment of his imagination in each of these dreams or each of these scenarios or each of these memories. So it's almost as if she really never left and she's just going to come back. And so in order for him to come back in the dream, that's when he gets to see her again. And so it does kind of lead to him keeping his promise, because he does return to see her in this world. But if he wants to see her permanently, he would have to stay sleeping forever or stay dreaming forever. I think that there was plenty of other ways he could have got her to like leave the dream world. Like they could have set a timer. They could have did a lot of other things, right? He could have set some precautions up, or maybe this was prior to him understanding, I guess, the ramifications of maybe sleeping too long or all other stuff, maybe.
You can't have him.
If I stay here, will you let him go? Go check he's alive right now.
That would make a little bit more sense, because she keeps populating in these dreams. Why is it in every dream/memory she's there? Even in dreams that aren't hers. This would have to mean that she... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe is that the curse? That you end up in dreams? Or when people try and connect to use this contraption, you end up in that dream? Is that what it is? Because she keeps ending up in these dreams. All right.
It's time, but you have to come now!
Down here somewhere. It means I have to find him. Look at you. You're just a shade. I'm sorry, you're just not good enough.
Does it feel real?
Oh. They said they was going to wait till they get old. Did the dude just come to a realization with his dad that his dad actually did enjoy him? Did like him? Even though he saw that the uncle may have turned against him and all those other things. Wouldn't he have at least came to the realization that if this was an idea that I was supposed to have, that my dad actually did like me and he wasn't actually disappointed in me, but he actually was disappointed if I was to try and be like him? So he wouldn't try to destroy the family business.
Welcome home, Mr. Cobb.
Finally, I'm like, yo, was this dude in my dream? When this kid be old or something like that? Like, there had to be some time that passed. If his wife actually passed away and they actually believed him to be the culprit, wouldn't there have been something? Like, how did you... All right. That's a good movie. That's one of the movies I had to rewatch. I actually enjoyed that. Like, I mean, Christopher Nolan doesn't disappoint, man. It's like, he can really make a simple thought and really flesh it out, bro, over 2 hours. And now I'm left on the edge of my seat, yearning to understand what's real and what's fake. What do I know? Did he save Sato? He must have, because he was able to cross the border. The agreement was honored. But then that must mean that old boy destroyed the other family business. I mean, at the very least, I mean, of course, like I said, when it comes to Nolan, bro, I'm always going to love the callbacks. I'm going to always be attentive to the movies because there's so much that he puts purposefully in there in order to link to certain scenes, emotions, or moments in the film, maybe in earlier or latter ports. So, I always got to shout out Nolan for that. Cinematography is always good. I always like the way he shoots the films. Again, this stuff always comes off as timeless. A lot of it, like, this is really a star-studded cast. And I think it's really dope to see that a lot of the people that work with him along the movies would work with him down the line as well. So shout out to Nolan, bro. This is a banger. I'm glad I was able to watch this. Let me know what y'all think about Inception, man. Like, I'm still trying to flesh out some of the ideas in my head, but I'd like to have a discourse with y'all. So drop it down in the comments below.